I think we'll have a permanent presence on the moon pretty soon, and Mars within our lifetime. I don't think
Wow.
it's. My guess is it's not the SpaceX timescale. I think it. I imagine it's more 20, 30, 40 years, but I could be wrong. I mean, the key point from an aerospace perspective, as you'll know, is reusable rockets.
Yes.
Because I remember I've had the pleasure of speaking to I've spoken to all three of those people actually: Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson, who are the three leading entrepreneurs, I suppose. I think it was Jeff Bezos who said, "Imagine that we set off. Let's say we're going to fly from London to New York, and you fly to New York, and you get off the plane in New York, and then you blow it up." Right, one use, single use 747s or
Right.
777s or whatever. How expensive is that ticket? And that's what obviously we've always done. We don't do that anymore, right? We now have low cost, reliable access to near Earth orbit. Near Earth orbit is already industrialized. It's already an extremely lucrative area to do business in. There are communication satellites, geological satellites that look for raw materials, weather forecast, everything. So it's already industrialized. And now it can be that Jeff Bezos, he said an interesting thing actually. He said, if you think about Amazon, what I needed to make Amazon was two pieces of infrastructure: the postal service and the internet. Given that an entrepreneur could move in from his garage initially and build one of the world's largest companies, in space it'll be the same. So now you have the infrastructure in orbit, you have the possibility of refueling satellites on orbit, easy access up and down. The entrepreneurs can move in and they will industrialize that, and that will then spread to the moon and ultimately in decades to Mars and onwards. So I think we'll see all that in our lifetime. Certainly the routine use of near Earth orbit, I think that's coming in a decade.
Is that okay? Like, how we're talking about global warming and how, as a result of our productivity, we're taking up resources. Is that okay that we're going off to another planet and taking its resources?
Yeah, I think it's better, isn't it? I mean, well, I mean, again,
do we just chill? Do we just chill?
I keep quoting Jeff Bezos, because he is the kind of, in some ways, he's very eloquent when you speak to him about this. You see why he built that company, actually, because he thinks very clearly. And he said, what would you like to do? You'd like to zone the Earth residential.
Yeah.
Love to do that, because this is the best planet. It's another of his sayings we know of anywhere in the universe. It obviously there's a selection effect. We evolved on it. We are made for it, right? So it's the best place for us. But if you want to do heavy industry, ultimately, then who cares? Stick it on Mars.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's just a rock, you can concrete over the thing. I mean, I've been, Joni Mitchell, turn it into a parking lot. Who cares? But I think that I'm kind of being facetious. It's a beautiful place. We don't want to wreck it. But then again, I said earlier that I thought that we bring meaning to the local universe. So that means to me that the rest of the universe is there. I don't have any problem with going mining asteroids or digging up Mars for raw materials or digging up the moon. Why would anyone have a problem with that? The most remarkable thing that exists in the universe that we know of is us.
Totally.
And we've got to come to terms with that. We can't keep thinking that, you hear people sometimes say the world will be better off without us. That's bollocks.
Totally agree. Yeah.
The world would not be better off without us. The world would then be like every other world.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are billions of these rocks. What I'm arguing is there might be very few with meaning on them.